What's up, world? This is WeNeeda5th. This your man Mo. Got my man P in the building.
Yup.
Got my man Hill in the building.
Better known as Sir Nostradamus. Give me my credit.
Well, you just want to go there first, huh?
Well,
I mean, it still got some games.
we had a
left.
few layups though. We had the Laker layup and we had the Golden State layup.
I mean,
I think Houston.
they still playing, right? They still got some games left, right?
Who?
Knicks.
Yeah, they're up 33.
I'm kind of confident.
So I think that we French. We go into the Eastern Conference Finals and we'll take it from there. You know.
Wow. So you just wanted to start with violence first.
Listen, you hear the old cliche, right? The league is always better when the Knicks are relevant. They're not even relevant right now.
Wow.
Dominating right now going into the Eastern Conference Finals. And if they go to the finals, you ain't going to see nothing. This city going to be buzzing. But then I have to revisit Tibbs talk. Tibbs going to the Eastern Conference Finals is enough to dead all Tibbs talk. From every Knicks fan out there, you know who you are. Y'all hate Tibbs. I gave Tibbs his respect early in the year. And now the fruits of his labor are coming to pay off. Job well done.
Wow.
Steve Kerr.
What's your thoughts on this?
No, I think it's dope that the Knicks are on this run. Like you said, the city is in a frenzy. I never had a problem with Tibbs. I always said, like, toughen up, play minutes. Like I always said, like, I can't complain about a basketball coach playing his best players. That's what you pay him for. So yeah, I've even if he had lost, I already thought Tibbs was a good coach.
Okay,
this just reinforced where
Boston's going deep into their bench. They're playing players. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, we don't know what happened with Tatum. Tatum started to light up game.
They were down in the series
4.
though, correct?
Absolutely. But he was playing well. Game 4, and they still could have lost that game, like you were saying, regardless. But these games would be a little bit more competitive with him there, but he's not. Yeah. And I'll take a win however I take a win.
And that's part of the game and part of the playoffs. Hey, Giannis got a chip. If Kevin Durant's foot was a little bit shorter, hey, he might not have had that opportunity. So, hey, that's part of it. I would just say this. You haven't won a championship yet. Let's just keep that in mind.
Indiana's no slouch. Knocked out number 1.
Yeah, and I think maybe they're the team that proves, hey, you're gonna need a bench.
No, Boston should have been the team to prove that.
Yeah, Boston
better
still
than
has
Indiana.
been,
I mean, but Boston, hey, for whatever reason, didn't show up. And
they showed up. They just didn't win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't show up. Like,
no, they showed up and got beat. You can't say they didn't show. Like,
what I'm saying, but hey,
so the Lakers didn't show up. Golden State didn't show up. Milwaukee didn't show up. So you lose, you didn't show up. Detroit didn't show up.
Like, hey, that's my definition of not showing up. Right? Is losing, right, and not performing to expectations, right? Like, especially for a team like Boston. Like, hey, they were expected to win. Like, in what world?
Mine.
You chose them.
Mine.
But majority of people was choosing Celtics. And the majority of people, hey, before the playoffs started saying, hey, if the Celtics face the Knicks, majority of people had the Celtics win.
So Houston and LA didn't show up.
Houston, whatchamacallit, I think they were immature.
No, but they were higher seed, so they were supposed to win.
Yeah.
So then they didn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying this. This need
consistency.
consistency.
But my thing is, hey, what does not showing up mean for
not
performing to expectations, right?
Right.
Okay.
But it depends on your expectations.
Right. So
did you expect a Celtics to beat New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't.
That's all I'm saying. It's like they didn't show up for you there.
No, I just think they lost.
I mean,
our definition of showing
I think
up is
we're saying
different.
the same thing.
No, we're not. My definition of not showing up is like if Tatum and Brown had stunk it up. They played how they played, especially Tatum at the end. They just lost. They got beat.
I mean, but for them to get beat, I think they would have to not play up to the level of play you expected them to play with.
Or, which it sounds like you don't want to give them credit, maybe the Knicks played higher than you thought. Maybe they exceeded their expectations.
Well, you're undersold the Knicks.
Right. Like I feel like the Knicks the Knicks probably exceeded pretty much everybody's expectations. I think it's more of the Knicks beat them than Boston didn't show up.
Okay.
And then I understand, in your opinion, that's the same thing.
When we started this, y'all both thought that the Celtics were a better team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had Boston in the finals.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, no pats on the back. I thought the Knicks had a better team. Why I felt that, because I don't like the Celtics as a whole, personally, their way. I mean, them being the highest output of 3-point shots, I thought and that was the argument we had with Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. He picked Boston. He's a staunch Knicks fan. Mm-hmm. He was saying, like, he thinks Tatum would go nuclear, and at the 3-point shooting, he's just going by what he saw in the regular season, that it wouldn't be a close series. I got that. I thought the way the Knicks went into the playoffs and that it would be tight in the playoffs, that it would play to their strengths. I think they don't have a serviceable, smart big to handle Cat when he's on his game, and I thought that would open up for OG and and Bridges to have their thing going. I thought Hart would find his way to have his intangible 9 to 14. I put him that level, and I thought Brunson was solid. He was going to give you a solid game every game. I thought that'd be enough for them to win the series. It's been decisive about 3 out of it looks like 6 games. Mm-hmm. 2 Boston's way, right? 2 Boston's way? Yeah, 2 Boston's way, and it looks like the Knicks are going to do this way, and one pretty close one. But besides that, it just lived up to what I thought it would be, and kudos to the Knicks. But I can understand you having a feel for both of y'all that, one, expectations for Boston to get to the finals, or maybe repeat. So they failed to come up to their expectations. And the Knicks are beating them. Like, they're just a better team. And I don't know what your expectations are for me for Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an issue for me. Mm-hmm. I don't think he is. I don't know if he's playing up. Is he hurt? Or these moments he just has come. And that's hard to say because he was the MVP of the finals.
Right. So that's what I asked. So do you think he exceeded your expectations, obviously, last year?
Had to.
Right.
And I'm a Jaylen Brown fan, so I'm trying
you are?
because I'm trying to categorize him, and because I thought he was on pace to become a superstar. I know he's not a superstar. Mm-hmm. Some people might have him as a superstar. You see what I mean? So I'm trying to see where I can have him. He's better than Bridges.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with that.
He's better than Jimmy Butler. Same.
I would say push.
Okay. All right. Then I have an idea where I have him, and that's not good.
Like, I think he's a star. I mean, I don't think he's not a it's semantics.
Yeah. No, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. And in that case, I think the Knicks have a better team if that's the case, then, because it depends on where you have Towns. I have him higher than you guys do. I think he's head and shoulders above any big that's on that team. So it's going to be a bad matchup for me with him if he plays, because he kill you either way, outside and inside. He's playing a lot more down low. And I think they're missing calls. I don't know about Miles next round either. He should be playing better than what they have here, but Cornette and
I think Boston, needed a healthy Porzingis at the top of his game, and he's not.
I don't even know what that is anymore.
No, it's not what he showed you.
No, I definitely know, but I don't even know what is that.
I mean, they were able to utilize him last year, and he was
He's always hurt. He was hurt then too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. Like, he's another one. I think it's just.
Well, him, I guess you say whatever health problems. I still don't really know exactly what it is. But
like COVID. Like,
yeah, he hasn't played to my expectations. Definitely. Like, he hasn't really played. You know what I mean? Like, what is he? I don't know how many minutes a game he's playing, but he hasn't really played. Like, I think Cat's better than him, but I don't think Cat's. Like, I don't think it's eons better than him. Like, I think it's close.
This year?
No, just in general.
Oh, I'm in agreement with. No, I'm not in agreement with you because I don't even think it's close. I don't even know what Kristaps Porzingis is. I know he's like 6 feet behind an arc gunner from there.
Yeah.
But
at his peak, he's an all-star at his peak. Now,
I think you ever see that. Whatever
that
was,
that's
what I'm saying.
He
Like,
never reach his peak again. Granted. Yeah. Granted.
they have hungry souls on that New York team, and I don't seem like a Nick Homer. I'm not. But they have a dog team too. Like Mitch is giving quality minutes, and Mitch starting to hit free throws. They got Twin Towers too.
He played. He gets a lot of effort.
And that's good for them.
That's okay.
He gives a lot of effort. That's all I don't want to rain on nobody's parade.
Sip on the Kool-Aid.
Mitch gives a lot maximum effort.
Knicks
I'll leave it at
going to the finals. Let me stop.
Wow.
Knicks going to East Conference Finals, and congratulations.
They're playing the Indiana Pacers.
Who needs credit?
They Indiana Pacers were able to close it out against the Cleveland Cavs. Another surprise.
Injuries.
Overall number one. Yeah.
No, it's not Indiana's problem, but
no. You just play the team that.
Yeah, but injuries. Congratulations, but yeah, I had them as like the 5th best team in the East. And although they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, I still think they're like the 5th best team.
Yeah, I
in the
agree.
East. I think they took advantage of, being healthy as they should, and they beat who was like you said, they beat who was in front of them. But yeah,
Wade wasn't hurt. Ty Jerome wasn't hurt. Strauss wasn't hurt. I think they have some bad players on that team too, which I think overachieved during the regular season. And then the chickens came to roost right here in the playoffs.
Well, but the most important players or most impactful players for the Cleveland Cavs were hurt.
Most notable, not during the end of the season in the first round. No, Wade, Ty Jerome, they were giving them wins.
Yeah, but hey,
actually, he was stinking it up.
Evan Mobley,
Mitchell was stinking up in the first series, and those guys picked it up.
And that was good enough for the first series, but it wasn't able to get them past Indiana. Especially with Evan Mobley hurt, DeAndre Hunter hurt, Darius Garland hurt, then Donovan Mitchell hurt. It was just too many obstacles for them, I think. And to your point, they're not that deep. Once you get
they're deep.
Once you get past those people,
they're deep. They're not good. They're deep. They're not good.
Cleveland might be the antithesis of the Knicks. They play their bench.
Yeah, they're deep.
I give them that. Like Ty Jerome,
Wade, Strauss,
Okoro. They're about 10, 11 deep.
Mm-hmm.
But they're bench players, and I don't think they can replace the impact of losing those starters. You know what I mean?
I think when you get deeper in the round, sure, apparently. I think the cream goes to the top.
Right, the competition gets more competition, better players. So, like you said, the bench won't be as effective in the conference finals as they were in the first round.
I think you need healthy starters too. Yeah. Definitely. And like we said, that's part of the luck aspect of it. Your team coming into the playoffs as healthy as they can be. No team is fully healthy. Like, how do you mitigate that? Maybe that speaks to conditioning. And that's been a conversation of late, especially when people talk about load management and possibly shortening the season or extending the season, adding more games. Do we take take certain things like this into account, where hey, you have a lot of teams that are dealing with injuries and stuff like that. So
that's what makes the finals good. I mean, that's what makes the playoffs good. It's a battle of attrition.
Yeah,
I mean, it's luck plays a part with injury. I think that you got to be lucky too.
Yeah, I think it's basketball. Some people sometimes just gonna get hurt. Like the Jason Tatum, it was just a freak injury. There's nothing you could do to prevent that. It just happened.
You got the hammy with what you call him.
Yeah,
I guess we'll get to that with
Steph. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like So I don't think load management has something to do with it. Just it happens.
Hey, let's talk about the West Coast then. Anthony Edwards punched his ticket to the conference finals
With Julius Randle,
and
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, because Anthony Edwards has some rough games. I know he's like the headline and marquee player, but Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, they're playing some basketball right now.
Hill, you spoke about it as far as Golden State without Steph. Steph had a hamstring injury, wasn't able to come back. Saw that Golden State wasn't able to compete, basically, without Steph.
One of Steve Kerr's best jobs.
Why you say that?
I thought they had no talent. None. So for them to get that much out of Podziemski, you might want to say, hey, you could have brought out Kuminga earlier with just the athleticism and throw anything against the wall, like maybe game 2 since Steph got hurt. Give him more minutes. Even though you say, all right, I'm playing more. Maybe we should have started him, let him go from there. It still wouldn't have been enough. But what he got out of Post and all these other players, it was they were competitive for what, 38, 40 minutes. And then it gets out of hand. So again, nothing to be ashamed of at all. That OKC squad from stars down are terrible.
Oh, Golden State.
Excuse me. Golden State. That's an awful squad.
Tell them how you really feel.
And shout out to my man Ant, though. Dragon Slayer, bro.
Got another trophy on the case, on the wall.
They said knocked out Steph, so they ain't going to put my man in there either, though. You going to throw either one of them in there? You knocked out Draymond, knocked out Jimmy Butler. They ain't going to throw. He's going to throw Steph out there. That's it.
Right, Durant, LeBron, Steph.
Okay. All right.
That's a
There's
different
levels.
Trophy. That's a different trophy.
Yeah.
Levels. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Even
for
though
the people who put them at a certain thing.
Even I acknowledge there's levels to it, and I'm a fan of both of those guys. So hey, listen,
Luka.
Yeah, you got to put Luka on there, right?
I don't put Luka with Durant, LeBron, and Steph. No, hell no.
I mean,
that 5-time
no. It's like
okay.
Okay.
That doesn't mean nothing. Like the war stuff doesn't mean nothing. He made it. Put it this way: he made it to the finals once. Jimmy Butler made it to the finals twice. Correct.
I feel like him getting KD, Steph, and LeBron is like him getting the old lion with the dark mane that's 5 years old or whatnot. Him getting Luka is like getting that young lion that just left the pride, right before he starts getting his pride. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he getting them early before you even get started. I know you're going to be something, but you know what? I'm gonna push you down a little bit. It jump the line ahead of you, and take your man out with you.
And 2-2 versus OKC this year, right? And 4-0 versus Denver. Anthony Edwards. So, what's a different Denver team going to play? I don't know, but I usually talk about that series as well too. But we got an injury to Aaron Gordon, so
yeah. Okay, let's talk about that.
Make them. I listen. I can't go. That's a big deal, right?
Now we're talking about using the bench and everything. Denver has no bench. Oh, they don't. Hell,
Dwyer, he played some good minutes, right? That guy had like 12 big points.
You think he's gonna do that again?
I hope not. I really do. It's that OKC. Thank God.
Denver starters have to play well, and they have to be healthy. If Aaron Gordon's not playing, I mean, I got OKC winning the chip, so obviously I'm a little biased.
If Aaron Gordon's not playing, Michael Porter Jr. got to be a impactful.
Christian's impactful. Yeah. I think he starts now, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
so the bench has to be really weak.
Westbrook.
I feel
that is their bench.
I feel like if Aaron Gordon's not playing, Michael Porter Jr. has to step up. It can't be, we're wondering what we're gonna get from Mike. They need to get at least 20 from Mike, at least. Like, I think Oklahoma City's gonna come out guns blazing, and just hair on fire, just going at it. And Denver, if they're gonna have any shot, they need Jamal Murray, they need Jokic, they need Michael Porter Jr. all to play well, very well.
Jalen got to come to play too. Had a rough game 6. J-Dub.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see Shea get off. I mean, the 4 fouls in the first half was a little rough. That's probably home cooking. I don't see that happening in Game 7. Them calling fouls like that on them. Oklahoma City, I'm hoping they pull out early. Maybe a 19-6 lead in the first quarter. Do a run like that, and then take this game 7. But shout outs to Jay Murray. He's been having a heck of a series. So.
Yeah, and but I still think Oklahoma City. I just like the way they've been playing this playoffs. I still think that they're one of the strongest teams left. I still feel comfortable with saying them, feeling comfortable with betting on them getting out the West.
Home.
You know what I mean?
And I like this scheme that they have on Joker with the 2 bigs with Hartenstein and Chet.
Yeah, good coaching job. One of them is always playing free safety.
Love it.
I think that's a good strategy.
And a testament to Joker because he's still putting up some nice numbers.
To be honest, you can't stop him. You slow him down.
and that's a good slowdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's getting frustrated and making some I think he gave like 5 turnovers too, so he's double team is really working, so that's good. It's a good matchup. My bag, I was wrong with Malone. It can be done with any coach, apparently, over there in Denver.
It helps to have Joker.
Yeah? That's what I guess you get to him with any coach.
Yeah.
I didn't see him score any points. So, yeah.
But that guy is, I guess he could be coach anywhere with OKC. That guy is.
Chet Holmgren, it seems like he's coming out of his shell offensively.
So
yeah. He's a ball.
Chet's a hoop.
He reminds me. I remember I think KG's first year.
Okay.
And we were just like, you see, he could play. It's just like he's like 6'11", 7 feet. He going. I'm not saying anyone thought he was going to be a Hall of Famer, this and that, but it's just like nice. He's 6'11", 7 feet. He can handle, shoot it a little bit. He'll be all right. That's how I look at Chet. Like he can hoop. It's just a matter of getting experience. He's going against arguably one of, if not the best, one of the best players in the league. So it's a good experience for him.
Chet reminds you of the people that you hit on the court where you could just dap Chet because he hoop. Like you say, yo.
Like he has a bad game. He had a bad game.
Don't sweat that. Yeah. Chet's nice. I look at him like, he's just nice. He's just good.
So, do we all have OKC?
OKC
We're the
versus, Game 7? Yeah, which gives more rest for Minnesota Sunday. So, but OKC got them winning that.
All right. And if they win that, who y'all got for OKC versus Minnesota?
I had OKC going into the finals, and I hate going against Ant. OKC Knicks.
I don't win in the chip, so I'm all in on OKC.
Watch
and who you got for the East? Who you got for the East?
For the East, Knicks. I got Knicks.
Indiana.
Blow it up.
Indiana.
Got Indiana.
Indiana. Why not?
Indiana.
Halliburton. I'm overrate what?
Give him his flowers. What? Give him his flowers. Yeah, Tyrese is.
But we were talking about like the top 10 and all of that. 2 conference finals. There's some face of the NBA type dudes that have not done that. I'm just saying. So give them flowers. That's a fact.
Overrate that, Tyrese. I see you.
Whether I
Counting
like it
on
or
you.
not, or it's, I like watching it, he's there. So give him his credit.
Yeah.
Hey, hit us up on social media. Let us know who you guys are supporting during these NBA playoffs. Are you a Knicks fan like these guys? Are you rooting for Indiana? Are you OKC?
No.
Or are you for Minnesota? Hit us up. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast where you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Fellas, we got the NBA draft. And we finally know that the Dallas Mavs are going to have the number 1 pick. Mm-hmm. Now, before we get into the rest of the order, do you buy into the conspiracy theories that this is rigged? Adam Silver rigged this to help
Dallas. I think LeBron to Cleveland was rigged. I think Anthony Davis to the Pelicans was rigged, and I think Zion Williamson to the Pelicans was rigged.
Wow.
You went to the Knicks?
Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah, you grab the cold one so you get Patrick Ewing, the cold card. Grab that one so you get Patrick Ewing. Good catch, yo. So yes, I think it's rigged. I think it was rigged at it because that was the first one, if I'm not mistaken, the Patrick Ewing one. So it was rigged at its inception. The first lottery ever was rigged.
Wow. Do you need the tinfoil for your baseball cap,
Okay,
man? What's going on? Let's talk about.
Do you want Carmelo in Cleveland or the hometown kid in Cleveland? Which one's hometown?
I'm saying, what's the conspiracy about Dallas getting the number 1 pick right now? I'm just saying. And how is this conspiracy supposed to come about? And how early did they have to? You know what I mean?
This is how it works, bro. This is how it works.
Talk to me,
Chris
man.
Paul leaves New Orleans, right? That franchise is dead in the water. So you give him Anthony Davis.
I'm talking about Dallas
Anthony
right now.
Davis leaves New Orleans, forces his way out of New Orleans. Again, this franchise is dead in the water. So you give him Zion Williamson.
But Dallas is not dead in the water. They just got to get healthy.
Yeah, but then you have...
They're rioting.
They're rioting, and you have an owner who wants to go to Vegas. She wants out of Dallas. So now it's a different family, Cuban. So now you're pretty much saying, as a league, we got to keep this base here. And she could do whatever she wants with the team. So we have to convince her that the city wants Coop. It's good for the economy and the status quo of the NBA if you stay right here. The lady wants to get up. She has bright eyes here, like I said, in Vegas. And now if you give them Coop, maybe that gives her incentive to stay. I don't think she cares. Mm-hmm. But Nico cares. That's his job. Yeah. So you want to make right basketball choices. And I could see it where they just say, hey, if we give you Cooper Flag, maybe this will give you more incentive. Yeah, actually to stay.
And from an NBA standpoint, it's called what it is. This is the first American-born possible superstar. It's just like Larry Bird. He's the great white hope. You don't want him in Washington or Charlotte? Are you kidding me?
Or San Antonio? He could have been.
We did that already with Wemby. They good money. San Antonio's good money.
Utah? They could have got it. I'm saying.
You want one of your possibly the face of your league in the next 10, 15 years in Utah? No.
Yeah, Laurie Markin is dying over there.
No.
Dying out there.
You don't want Cooper Flag in Utah, Washington, Toronto, or Charlotte. You don't want him there. And guess what? He ain't going there. Coincidence? I think not.
Okay. No faith in the NBA.
No, I don't have a problem with it. I just know what it is. I feel like.
I think they have.
I don't want to see him in Utah either.
Yeah, but I think they have a problem with those franchises.
Yeah,
they can do it. They have a contract.
Yeah, I think it's financially maybe it's profitable to still have those teams because you get people still go and buy tickets. But from a fan standpoint, get rid of them.
I mean, to that point, do you think they need to change how they currently the way they do the draft? The teams with the worst records get the highest probability to get the number one pick and whatnot, and I think it's like 14% or something like that. Do you think it would behoove the NBA to change that dynamic and maybe make it so that, hey, all the teams that don't make the playoffs, the team with the best record gets the, gets the better odds than as opposed to rewarding the team with the worst record to get the better odds? Because I guess the idea for the NBA is, hey, the team with the worst records, hey, we'll increase their odds to get better players so they can become a better team. But if we're having this issue where these teams are perennially in the same position every year, do we need to think about starting to change the dynamic with that probability, percentage?
Because if that was the case, then Washington, Charlotte, and Utah would have been in the top 3. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the probability matters. We're going to send them where we want them at. That's how I look at it. I don't think the probability matters. And those teams keep being back in the lottery because they're bad organizations. You know what I mean? Like, right. I think that's, the Knicks didn't draft Jalen Brunson. They didn't draft OG. They didn't draft Mikal Bridges. They didn't draft Jason Hart. They didn't draft Karl Anthony Towns. They built that team, not from the draft. Because whoever's running the organization did a good job. Okay. You know what I mean? Tyrese Halliburton, in the end, they didn't draft him. They traded for him. So I think it's more like these are just bad. They're in the lottery because they're bad organizations.
Yeah, 29 teams that didn't pick Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Okay. San Antonio got the second pick. Philly got the third pick. Charlotte Hornets got the fourth pick.
I've seen enough of Charlotte. What is that?
And the fifth pick went to Utah Jazz.
See?
I don't remember. It feels like Utah is out in October. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even see the November to...
Yeah, like you said, Laurie. I forgot he was in the league.
Yeah, like
good player, but I forgot he was in the league.
It's really Bermuda Triangle for some of these places. I don't see any Charlotte, and they got LaMelo. I don't see any. Thank God for this though. I don't see any Washington. I don't know what they do over there. I don't know what is done in Portland, and I don't know what they do in Utah and.
Do you think they need to consider moving like some of those teams? Maybe, and I'm talking specifically like Utah, Washington, Charlotte, those perennially bad teams, or even a Portland.
You said you mean move them like geographically?
Yeah.
No, because
like
they're perennially good fans. Like they fill the arena for that traps. Yeah, there's nothing in Utah. There's nothing in these big cities for where they are. If you take that out, they're desolate. Like, this is a big thing for Utah, Portland. There's things to do in Washington. I don't know that about their fan base, how they make it, but they do. They do have loyal fans. I go to Maryland casinos. They are Bullets fans. They are Wizards fans. They are it's diabolical in that DMV area. They support.
But do you think those organizations could get better or in other like Las Vegas, Seattle?
No, because why? Whoever's the general manager for these organizations are going to be the general manager in Las Vegas. So I don't think location has nothing to do with it. Again, all I'm saying is like I don't think this is the fans' fault at all. Like they support these teams. It was like the Knicks for years. Like the Knicks, as bad as they were horrible, but the fans showed up. It wasn't their fault. That's why they're so crazy now.
Throw Brooklyn in there too. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of the Mavs, let's start with the Mavs at the first pick. Do y'all think they should keep that pick? And obviously that's Cooper, but You think that they should keep that pick or try to shop it
I would keep
for somebody?
I would keep it.
Yep. What you think?
I'm a Cooper guy, so definitely he should go 1. If there's something out there.
If you're the Dallas Mavs right now, what you thinking?
Hypothetical, someone that you think you can get. All right. Would you trade the number 1 pick for Phoenix and bring over Durant? No? All right. You got Cooper at better than Durant at this point in time.
No.
Oh, no, you got Durant better than
I got
Cooper.
Durant, but in 2 or 3 years, I'll have Cooper better than Durant.
Okay, copy that. If Nico brought over Durant and they gave him a chip year 1 or year 2, his last 2, Nico has done his deal, he's able to leave. That's worth it? I think so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel anytime you can win a championship.
But
Done deal. Man.
but if you're Phoenix, is that enough?
Cooper flag. They won't get nothing near that now. That's more than enough.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm Phoenix.
Cooper and Booker?
Yeah,
That's
Don't forget Bill's still there.
yeah,
okay.
but at the end of the day, basically Phoenix, I'm probably gonna get rid of Kevin Durant anyway,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So getting rid of something that I don't want and getting the number 1 overall pick, let's do it. I might not even be good. I'm not saying Phoenix is gonna be good, but they have a building block.
And I'm not saying that they. What you call it? I think it would have to be Cooper Flag and another player, another piece. I don't think you could. It would be a straight 1-for-1.
Yeah, but
it could be because you probably don't need that. You don't need multiple players. You can use multiple teams. You don't need to take from your team. I mean, Nico doesn't have to strip his team.
Okay.
You could just involve, other players. I take this pick or a salary, some money, and then just involve a 4-way and get them there. So there's creative ways they can get to it. But I was just thinking expendable players that would make sense if you're the number 1 pick to give up. Is he worth Zion? Zion doesn't play anymore. You want Zion on Dallas?
No.
I mean, it has nothing to do with talent. It's just availability. I wouldn't trade for Zion.
Okay.
Period.
So my thoughts would be something like Zion, Giannis, Kevin Durant. There was one more. I couldn't even think about it.
And nobody be crazy enough to do Embiid at this point, right?
Yeah, Embiid for me. He's like Zion. If he was healthy, yes, I would do it. But he's
Trading for Booker?
He's never healthy. But I trade Cooper for Booker for Cooper Flag. Yeah, probably. And again, I think Devin Booker's better than him. Not 3 years, but probably 5 years. I'll still have Cooper and Devin Booker.
Booker's still young.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one. I'd rather give you Durant, actually. I think Durant's a better player than Booker, but I'd rather trade Durant because of the age difference.
Because Booker is what they would dream in their greatest dream of what Clay is. Right now, if you're talking about having
Dallas
having Booker and what you call him.
Oh my God, Booker, Kyrie, and Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I want to talk about the next 4 teams after the Mavs pick and just what we think they need as positions. You know what I mean? What type of player? We're not going to talk about the players that are eligible for them. Just, hey, what type of player we think that they need at this point. San Antonio has the 2nd pick. What type of player do you think San Antonio needs at this point?
A 7-footer.
Mm-hmm.
A 7-footer.
Malawash?
Yeah. I mean, of course,
now,
like you said, I would draft Dylan Harper just because I think he's the 2nd best player in this draft. But a Malawash player would fit. Now, if he's around for 14.
Now, keep him. I was just about to say, keep in mind, San Antonio does have the 14th pick as well.
He won't be around.
So
he won't be.
Get him early and then
okay.
Gamble early.
So, Hill, what do you think? What type of player do they need? P says a big man, center.
And not even just a 7-footer.
Yeah,
he doesn't even have to be like a big. He could be
okay.
Marketing like a power forward, tall, small forward, whatever. But I need height.
I like Malawash. I really do. I don't know if you can get him at 14. It's too high to get him at 2, though. You can't get him at 2.
Yeah.
But he was slighted to be a top 3 pick before.
Mm.
So now, I mean, who are you looking at there? You're talking about Jabari Parker. I mean,
Dylan Harper.
No.
Oh, Ace Bailey.
Ace Bailey. Queen. Dylan.
Edgecombe.
What's dude from Duke?
Knuppel.
But you don't need Knuppel. I would say, hey, listen, height is what I need. I'm going for need. I would take Malawash too.
Oof. Okay.
All right. Philadelphia is at the number 3 pick.
Bailey's going.
What do they need?
A good doctor.
You're not gonna do Harper, right?
I don't think he's gonna be around.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be around either. Right?
I think they'll take Bailey. I would take. I mean, they need everything but a point guard to me. I don't.
If he's there, you take him.
Who?
Harper.
Yeah, I'll shoot them to the 2.
Yeah.
I feel that's just a value pick. I would probably pick, in my mind, 'cause I think Harper's going 2. I would go Queen. I think Queen's the 3rd best player in this draft. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to go.
Right?
I don't think he's going. He's probably won't be top 5 though.
Queen's a forward, right?
Yeah, like a 6'9" hybrid, small forward, power forward.
All right. Hornets at number 4.
They're really Philadelphia. Everything but a point guard.
Okay.
Right? No, I like Miller though. I like Miller. I think Miller he got injured, but I think Miller's gonna be a player.
You like Bridges?
I actually don't.
There's that.
I mean,
Miles is all right.
he's a decent player, but it's like if I like all these players, then should they win games? Like, you know what I mean? I would try to get a 7-footer. I don't know if they have one besides the Mark Williams guy.
Yeah.
But to me, he's a backup center.
Yeah, it feels like most of the players that you name for Charlotte outside of LaMelo feel like, yeah, they're good, but on a good team, they probably be backup players.
To keep it funky, you can say that about LaMelo too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he put on a good team how he would function. We never seen it.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, because he's stuck with Charlotte, and you don't get a chance to see how he would function with a good team or if he can affect winning. I'm starting to get.
I think that plays into him though, like his
style of play.
Like,
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Basketball works over there
because we know Charles.
I'm starting to think of him as an N1 type of player.
Well, he's allowed to do that in Charlotte.
On some, not the skip to my Lou N1, but like the hot sauce N1.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm a fan of LaMelo Ball. I don't go to State drop the ball. They could have had him I think Wiseman's still in the league somewhere, but
no, he's not.
Okay, well, yeah. So they bypassed LaMelo for a guy that's not in the league anymore. But that's not here nor there.
Well, he's all. To be fair to Wiseman, he's only out of the league because he got hurt. Yeah, whatchamacallit. He was signed to a team.
He's not good, Mo.
Why can't he just be?
Like, he's not good at basketball.
Why can't he just be really, really that good, and he would have been 1, and then Golden State would have got Ant Edwards. He just had to be. He was rated number 1 in the nation
Wiseman?
in high school. Yeah, over Anthony. Anthony Edwards number 2.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he carry it through?
I always,
Penny in Memphis. Wasn't that the issue? He had some.
He was hurt.
And plus
academics.
So
taking money.
Yeah, that too. NIL before NIL was approved.
So coulda, shoulda, woulda. These teams are historically bad for a reason, and I don't think it's one of the. They tell me it's like a deep draft. I think it's lacking.
Yeah, to your point, after, like I said, Harper, Cooper, my guy, Queen, I'll probably go Malawash. Because after those 3, I don't know, I'll probably take a risk on Malawash. Because I think he has upside, but I don't think he's that good now. You know what I mean? But he's like 18.
And the Florida guard's like in the high 20s. He won a chip, right?
Yeah.
All right. One thing about this NBA draft, it was the lowest rated NBA draft as far as television ratings.
I mean, lottery.
Lottery.
Yeah, lottery draft. It was one of the lowest rated since I think 2008, something like that.
Who was that?
Don't want to say D Rose.
It's right after Bron and him? No, Bron's 03.
After Durant. Durant was 07.
All right.
I think D Rose was 08.
That's not D Rose.
D Rose, Beasley. I don't know what you went after that. I can't remember. I just remember D Rose and Beasley. That was actually that conversation.
Whatchamacallit? Hit us up and let us know who you guys are looking at for the NBA draft. Did your team get the lottery position you hoped they would get? Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. You can hit us up at WeNeeda5th@gmail.com. Fellas, just some, I know we don't really get into the baseball, but just some baseball news. Shoeless Joe Jackson and the Black Sox 8, along with Pete Rose, have been their ban has been lifted from them being considered for the Hall of Fame. Prior to this week, they were banned from even being considered. They weren't even allowed to be considered for the Hall of Fame. Rob Manfred lifted that ban for all of them. Just so you know. Just saying.
They're all dead, correct? What the hell is that?
Tell them how you really feel.
No, they're all dead, so it doesn't make sense to me.
And also, how y'all feel about Michael Jordan joining NBC for
I gotta know what
special commentator for NBA?
I'm interested.
It's so funny, man.
Some people say he'll probably show up like once a month.
Yeah, like I think he's gonna do like the specials, like he's gonna do like 30 for 30 specials for them.
I mean, I've seen him and Dr. J. I don't think they make good announcements. We'll see. Yeah. I've seen him. I slam dunk contests and all star games. I've seen him just look at the talent and be like, ugh. It could be. It might not be. I don't know.
And almost you have to like, okay, Anthony Edwards, you're safe. SGA, you're probably safe. Everybody else, he might be like.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
what do you think about?
If he is going to be announcing games or part of the announcement team, are there any? Let's assume that he's not going to be in every broadcast. Are there any games that you would want him to announce over others?
Anyone? You know why it's just funny? Because very rarely you have a superstar who's doing this. It's their voice. For those, shout out to my man Jalen Rose and Jamal when he did it, Jamal Crawford. But for Jordan, who's a multi-billionaire who doesn't need this, I would be fearful putting a mic in front of that fan. He doesn't need it.
What you gonna do? Fire me?
In the morning. I don't think this is a good idea for NBC, but I'm there for all of it. I think he's gonna have his opinions on a lot of things. Okay. And I'm excited just for that. Man has nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Why do this? I was shocked. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when he did. I mean, I know Ahmad pulled him on for one time. And he said snarky stuff, and I was like, okay, I don't think I want him on. Right? So y'all gonna give him a spot to say what? The man he's who he is.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Hey.
Ooh. His son?
It didn't let him.
Ronnie?
Scott, don't tune in, Scotty. Do not tune in. So it's kind of like when Scotty helped you. Help me. What that a bum ever
Kid
do?
shouldn't be here.
It's not good.
Like that, whatever mess they doing over there in L.A.
Says, so what do you think about Embiid? These guys, they're soft. He's going. He might flame people, bro.
He was never good. He's gonna go nuts. Like he's here now. What? Like you can't use Canopo or something like that. You got Bronny at the end. He's gonna be bad. All right, listen. My son's had more than enough chance to do it. They suck. He might just say like my kids stink.
You think Barkley doesn't have a filter? Wait till you get a load of this guy.
And Barkley and Oakley gonna love it. They gonna eat it up, bro.
Oh my God.
All right, fellas. What's on the radar?
I know it's tasteless. For me, it's been Cassie Diddy. I've been locked in on it. It's a sad situation. So I'm a split. Now I think I'm a split. I was gonna do
Be easy.
three-way. I'm a split.
Be easy.
Dame Dash selling his movie company. And
Damn, man.
hold on, selling his movie company and his
Streaming service?
streaming service for $79,000, bro.
Are you?
It's $79,000.
Not 79, yo.
That was the whole thing. Like the young lady who was trying to sue him wasn't getting her money, so they're forcing him to sell this.
$8 million back taxes to New York State. It's a whole to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
They went through his shell companies. They're all over. They're all over that, man. They just everything. Yeah. As I'm a Dame guy, so it's shocking to see that's the price tag they put on something to which you think, to me, you think it's worth. Like, the man has his own movie company and he has his own thing, and then you hear like he makes $100 million company. He made another $100 million company. So I'm like, all right, so he's throwing money here and had it. So, $79,000 is what they're going to sell it for. It's discouraging.
Yeah, like I'm with you. I'm a big fan of him and his independent thinking. Mm-hmm. His entrepreneurial.
It's a businessman. I like
entrepreneurial spirit, hustle, whatever you want to call it. So, hold your. I root for Dame. I hope everything works out.
Yeah, one of my favorites of all time. I love him storming into the conference room, and he
likes pizza.
Right. He wanted to get the whole hierarchy out of his what he felt was his cultural music. He felt it was ours. He felt that certain people shouldn't have to dictate something that they don't know. But again, he tried, and for that, I admire him for the effort.
Pete, what's on your radar?
Keep it New York centric. The Knicks, you know what I mean? The city's in a frenzy. The Knicks look like they're going to close out, go into the conference finals.
They're outside, bro. Like, they have the jumbo screen outside.
Yeah, crazy.
Literally.
We just saw it on the way here.
Watch party is crazy,
They got it on Hillside.
Shout out to the H block.
Word?
Shout out to the H block.
That's
they,
dope.
They got the
projector.
I don't want to say
projector?
too much, but
that's fire.
So they got the projector out there watching the game. Shout out to them. Also, the Subway Series, Mets, Yankees. I think Yankees about to took game 1 today.
Yes, sir.
Again,
as it should be.
This is really New York centric. Something else. Oh yeah, for the dudes I watched, Power, Kanan, the season finale. Yeah. Got to see Breeze. Got to see Breeze though. For those who followed the original. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and the Puff trial. Very salacious stuff going on. Yeah, we're gonna have to cover that. It's a lot going on there. Cassie,
we gotta do an episode on that, bro.
Cassie, Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan, Dawn Richards, a lot of.
I had a bad showing at 106 in Park. Surely you can't sing.
Yeah. So that's what, honestly, like, New York City's on my radar right now. The whole city, sports, the courtroom, a lot going on, man.
Whatchamacallit, for me, it's on my radar. WNBA season starts tonight. So
nice doubleheader tomorrow.
So
I'm saying to put the JV game second.
Caitlin and
I don't know whoever they're playing.
Caitlin's playing. What you call him? Sir Brick-a-lot.
Chicago. Yeah, that's the JV game.
And
because the
Aces
and Liberty is the varsity game. Easily.
Indiana and Chicago might surprise you, yo.
How many chips they got?
Chicago got one.
It's 3.
And how many Vegas got?
2.
How many Liberty got?
1.
3 altogether, right?
Oh, we're not counting Stewie's other ones. I'm just saying.
Just saying. So excited about that. So, and the rest of the playoffs, the NBA playoffs, I'm there for it. Fellas, another one in the bag. To all our fish out there, stay safe and peace.
Adam Silver, good job. Peace.